Hey guys, it's Danny. Welcome back to the show. Appreciate you joining me here today. Beautiful sunny day here today. And I want to give you a message of hope, I guess. We've heard a lot about affordable housing all year long. And we've heard a lot of political BS from the candidates about how they're going to fix it. But I can tell you as a developer that nobody really wants affordable housing in this country. They just they want to talk about it, basically. And a lot of times it's like older folks that they were able to secure some affordable housing back in the 70s or the 80s. And so they really don't have a concept of affordability today. And you'll see these people come out to the planning meeting anytime you want to try to build affordable housing, and they'll just, they'll be standing there in the seats yelling at you about how, you got to build what they want you to build, and they don't want anybody, any kind of riffraff in their neighborhood. And because if you hold a home as a rental, renters are bad people in their mind, right? So you get a lot of that. But I've been looking at international real estate the last couple of months when my channel kind of went dead for a few weeks. But there's plenty of opportunities out there where you can buy real estate that cash flows in a lot of different really great places to live, by the way, too. So I started to think to myself, millennials are just complaining that they can't buy a house, and we're all getting old now, guys. Millennials, I think we're all in our at least late 20s, 30s, or early 40s at this point. So everybody's kind of getting a little upset that they can't get what they want. But you gotta look, like, okay, if you're making like X salary and it goes, like, let's say it goes like this far in the US, but it could go this far internationally, like, why wouldn't you just take that cash flow in US dollars and buy yourself a nice, affordable place to live somewhere else? Now this is what really gets them. This is the greatest country in the world. How could you ever even speak of leaving the United States? Well, maybe I'm not going to leave the United States. Maybe I'm still going to pay taxes in the United States. I'm just going to cash flow United States real estate and live somewhere else where it costs 1/5 of the housing in the US. And maybe they have good health care and fresh food and kind people too. Why is that a bad thing? Why do you guys object so angrily to that idea? But maybe you guys want to think about that. Maybe I'll do some future videos on it. I'm getting ready to do some traveling. I already travel around the US looking for deals, but I might be traveling around the world looking for some deals. But if you want affordable housing, all you have to do is find the housing that you can afford on your US dollar income. Like, it's really as simple as that. Like, you guys got investment income, you got whatever, you got crypto, you got some real estate that cash flows. All you got to do is take those US dollars, you're holding US dollars, you're holding US real estate investments, whatever you got that pays you, and you live in a beautiful location somewhere else where it costs you a fraction to live. Your shelter expense is just, it's cut way back. Why wouldn't you think about that? Maybe you got something that, is keeping you here. I don't know. I mean, the closest thing that ever kept me around was my pets. And all of them are gone now, so I can move more freely. But if you're a single person, you're unmarried, you can be mobile, then just do it. You don't need to hang around here and like watch whatever's about to unfold, play out. Or maybe just have a backup plan. I mean, it's kind of what I'm doing. I want a plan B. I'm looking for a backup. Like, what would I do if I left Florida? Where would I go? I would not go back here. I'm back home right now for the holidays. You can see the Atlantic Ocean over here. This is beautiful Rhode Island. But yeah, I don't want to be here. I mean, I'm only here. I got one rental here that cash flows, and I'm trying to buy another one right now, not too far away, and I'm trying to buy in Florida. But I want to buy in other places internationally too, and then maybe have like a place to stay when I visit, and just stay there for a little while and move around. It's not so bad to move around. It's not so bad to travel. Also, a lot of you guys like to travel, but it's kind of like you just want to travel and take shots for Instagram, You want to do TikTok videos or whatever. Actually, no, you make the TikTok videos when you're putting your makeup on, and then you go outside and you go post to Instagram, right? That's how it works. I don't know. But that's what I see. But yeah, like, you got to think about, I want to travel, like, well, okay, where do I want to go? I want to look for a deal when I get there. Like, I don't just want to go and just blow a bunch of money and, take some pictures. I want to go there and buy an investment and then make that thing cash flow. The other thing I found out, a lot of these international markets, the property taxes are extremely cheap. Like in the hundreds, not in the tens of thousands. Like this one deal in New York I'm looking at, $11,000 in property tax. I think almost 12. It's like 11,900 something. That's almost $1,000 a month just for tax. Like no homeowners insurance, no interest on the debt. Just tax. That's kind of, we're going to reach a point where people can't take that anymore. Where people just want to get out. They want an exit. But I mean, a few $100 in property tax, and you got a rental house in a great spot internationally, and you can travel there and stay there for a couple of weeks or a couple of months out of the year and just have a great time. And, when it starts to get cold, you can leave. Like, don't be like me and come back to New England in December. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Even though I see a lot of my fellow Floridians are here. Lots of Florida license plates up here. Even this time of year. But yeah, I just want to share that message of hope for you guys. If you're looking for affordable housing, look for affordable housing. Don't just sit there in a location in America and say, oh, I don't know why we can't do something about affordable housing. Or you're sitting there like, well, Trump's going to fix it. Like, I heard that one enough in the last month or so. Trump's going to fix everything. I can't get behind that notion because Trump is not the U.S. Congress. Trump is not going to cut spending. And the government's going to continue to get bigger and bigger, and the taxes are going to keep going up. I think real estate is going to continue to, like, nominally, the price of the real estate's going to go up. The property taxes are going to keep going up because we really don't have another option other than to just devalue the U.S. dollar and monetize, you know, the debt that's been created by the U.S. Congress. So you got to decide where it's going to go. But if you're going to live in that real estate, like if you only own one house and you're just sitting there watching your expenses go up year over year, and you know you got no cash flow from that house, you know, you got to look at that. You got to say, like, hey, can I take this house and rent this house out, and I could take that cash flow and live somewhere really inexpensive instead? That is your option. That is your affordable housing right there. All you got to do is do your research. You can decide, okay, where do I want to go? Do I like the cold? Do I like the warm weather? You know, what are my reasons for going? What are the things, like, what are my boxes that I need to check off for this to be a deal for me? And I mean, for me, it's definitely warm weather, and it's definitely the real estate has to cash flow. And, you know, I'm interested, obviously, in future appreciation, but I'm more about the overall quality of life at this point. Like, I think quality of life is everything, and I think that that's why we're having such problems here in the United States, because just our overall quality of life is declining, and it has been declining, millennials, our entire lives. Okay, we can just admit that. It's okay. Like, it's good. We're going to figure this out. We're not going to sit here and complain about it. We're not going to sit here and expect that things will get better. We're not going to see what happens or hope for change. You know, some of you guys really got excited about that 15 years ago. You were all about the hope and the change. I mean, nothing really much happened, did it? It just kind of, cost of living just kept going up, and standard of living and quality of life just kept going down, right? So why don't we start looking internationally? Why don't we start, you know, penciling out these potential investments for the future? Because I don't think we'll ever be able to avoid the United States. Like, you know, we're still going to go on YouTube. We're still going to see videos from Americans no matter where they are in the world. They're always going to be on here. You're going to see it in your feed every single day. So, I mean, wouldn't it be nice to just live in a nice place and, you know, kind of the shit show that goes on as far as U.S. politics and, you know, our mainstream feed? Like, just let that come and, you know, let it bounce off you and just keep going. Just keep on doing, like, keep on running your system and making it happen and cash flowing these deals. So, I just want to put that out there to you guys, because I know you guys are just, you know, a lot of you are thinking about, like, what do I do to try to survive in a climate like this? And, you know, what you need to do is actually cut your expenses by changing your location, you know? Changes in latitude, changes in attitude. You boomers know that one. You guys love Jimmy Buffett so much. He used to sing about that. But yeah, there's a message of hope for you guys on Christmas. You know, you want affordable housing, go get the affordable housing. You know, take the housing you have that's unaffordable and make somebody else pay that unaffordable rent on a month-to-month basis. And then you take the cash and you live well in your preferred location here on Earth. You just got to do the research, and you just got to consider the possibilities. And, you know, don't have a scarcity mindset. Just decide what it is that you want, and then take control and own it. That's what this channel is all about. Take ownership and own your future. And if you own a piece of real estate, if you got a real estate problem and no one else can help, and if you want to sell your house without a salesperson, you know who to call. My number is 850-588-9500. I'm looking for deals every single day. I'm a Florida real estate investor, and I hope you enjoyed the show today. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video, and hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me. I'm Danny Elliott.